Okay, I don't think I've ever done one of these before. In fact, I know I haven't. But I'm going to do a best of 1985 album review. And it'll be top 10. Yeah, this will be the top 10 from least favorite to my all-time favorite of that year. Alrighty. And this video, or the idea of making this video, made me think that made me realize that I don't have a lot of records from 1985. Here we go. Coming in at number 10, The Exploited Live at the White House. This is the fancy version, with poster and all. Which the poster is, I think it's a replica of the inside. Anyway, The Exploited Live at the White House. This thing, when it came out and you listened to it, you kind of felt tough. Like this was tough punk rock. And it was fun. This was a great album. The quality of the recording is okay. You know, it's good, but the quality of the way the band is playing isn't really tight. It's almost like they didn't practice on this one. But it had all the hits. You know, all the great songs on it. All the songs that, you know, made you feel like a real punk rocker. So, this is number 10, Exploited Live at the White House. Okay, here we go. Number 9, The Butthole Surfers, Cream Corn from the Socket of Davis. This thing comes in to the ranking because of side 2. I mean, side 1 is okay, but wow, side 2. Out of sight. Oh, here's what the record looks like. But wait, I have another version of it. There we go. This is the American version, and the one I just showed you is the European one. And this thing ranks in the number 10 for 1985 because of side 2. It has Two-Parter and Tornadoes. Those songs are the best ever, especially when you hear the Butthole Surfers play them live. And this is just a little 4-song EP. So there you go, number 9, Butthole Surfers. Oh, and there's the record. Alrighty, let's make room. Number 8, Black Flag. Well, this isn't going to make any sense. But this did come out in 1985. This is Black Flag Live 84. And this thing is a recording from the Stones, San Francisco, California. And this is really, really good. You can get your hands on one of these vinyl copies of this. It's worth it, even though the vinyl copy doesn't have all the songs that the cassette or CD does. This isn't the full show, because it's only one record. And that's too bad, but it's not too bad to the point where you shouldn't pick this up. The recording on this is really, really good. Henry Rollins is just losing his mind on this thing. And this was a very, very important listen in 1985. All right. And another Black Flag album from that same year, Loose Nut. And this, I think this is the tour where I first saw them. Anyway, every song on this is out of sight. Every one of them. Especially Sinking and Now She's Black. Wow. Those two. They just melt your mind on this crazy record. All right. And you thought I was done with the Black Flag from 1985, and I'm not. Here is In My Head, released the same year. And again, every song on this, it makes it worth it. 100%. Black Love, White Hot, In My Head, Drinking and Driving, It's All Up to You, Paralyzed, The Crazy Girl. Again, 1985 was a great year for Black Flag. And that's what the little record looks like. Here we go on to the Ramones. Bonzo Goes to Bitburg. This is I think the second release that they put out in 1985. And this is just like a maxi single. This isn't an album. It's only got 3 songs on it. Side A's got Bonzo Goes to Bitburg, which is a really, really, really good Ramones song. You can just listen to this thing over and over again. And then side B has Go Home Ann. That's pretty catchy. And Daytime Dilemma. That's also pretty catchy. So if you can get your hands on one of these babies, which you can through Discogs, pick it up. That was a good 85 Ramones release. And it's on Beggar's Banquet. Alrighty, let's get into the Circle Jerks. And I'm not even going to keep count anymore. I know I got 10. Anyway, the Circle Jerks, wonderful. I got this when it first came out. I can't believe it's in this good a condition with all the moving around I've done in my life. Anyway, again, every single song on this is memorable, fun, exciting, but it's not the Circle Jerks of 1981. They changed quite a bit, and they didn't suffer for it. The change was just as fun and exciting as their previous stuff. I'm not even going to tell you this. Every song on this is good. Every single one. All right. And it came with a lyric sheet. It also housed the record. But that's not all with this. It also came with this. A little form to order buttons, stickers, and t-shirts. T-shirts were $10, and they came the sizes: medium, large, and extra large. Back in 1985, I think Americans didn't weigh as much as they do now because there's no 2XL, 3XL on this. Just extra large. Alrighty. So that's the Circle Jerks, wonderful. Jeez. Trying to be gentle with this thing and I'm dropping it. And here we go. This is going to be kind of a presentation on this one. This is the Dead Kennedys, Frankenchrist. Here's the original newspaper that came with it. When I first bought this in... Damn, I bought this thing sealed in Las Vegas, Nevada, at some little record store in North Las Vegas, and I can't remember the name of it. This did not come with it. This is a Fallout Alternative Tentacles newspaper, but I keep it with the album. But this thing did come with it. And this thing, Frankenchrist, every song is very, very memorable. MTV Get Off the Air being the standout song on this thing. The other songs, they grew on you in a way that none of the other Dead Kennedys records did. The other Dead Kennedys records, the songs didn't have to grow on you, they attached quickly. These didn't attach quickly. But when they attached, I think it was a stronger bond, if that makes any sense. And here's the record. And here's the poster. Here we go. And I bought this record, and I didn't know this poster. I didn't know anything about the poster thing. This is before, well, gosh, before I even knew anybody that was a punk rocker. I had no idea this was in the album. And I pulled this poster out, and I just thought, what has that got to do with what's on the album? It just didn't fit. It was kind of strange. Anyway, I kept it with it. I didn't hang it up or anything like that. But it just didn't go with this. And it didn't go with anything that the Dead Kennedys have done prior to this record. But I'm glad I didn't lose it. Well, there you go, Frankenchrist, Dead Kennedys. All right. And I'm sorry to say that this one was a little bit more memorable than Dead Kennedys, and this is the fancy version of 7 Seconds. Walk Together, Rock Together. And this is kind of like an EP. It's not a long play. Jesus, a bunch of stuff in here. Hold on. And this is the copy to get. You know how they say, well, I have the original? Sometimes the repressing. Damn, there's a bunch of stuff in here. Anyway, sometimes they say the original is the best one to get. Not in this case. This album is also a book. Every single song on this thing, it just, on your little cassette recorder, you can't stop listening to this. This is, I remember I got this when it first came out, and I recorded it onto a cassette on one of those little stereo systems where the record player and cassette are all in one, and I'm sure the sound quality was terrible. I didn't care. If I was worried about sound quality, I wouldn't have the record collection that I do. I listened to this thing, it seems like forever, when I was in high school. Oh, here's all the stuff that came with it. Anyway, 7 Seconds, Walk Together, Rock Together. It made you a fair-minded individual. If you read the lyrics to this thing, you just became fair-minded and nice. And that's why that thing is at the top of the list. And here's the record. The lyrics. And the little 7-inch that came with it. All right, let's move on to something that it makes you a better person, but in a way, way, way different way. This is from 1985. The only release I think that this band ever put out in 1985. And damn it, does this song stick with you? This is the Cramps, Can Your Pussy Do the Dog? Flipside, Blue Moon Baby, Georgia Lee Brown. Those are cover songs that the Cramps do perfectly. And this is not the version I had in 1985. The version I had in 1985 was a little 7-inch of this. And it's really beat up. This is a much larger and cleaner presentation of the 7-inch that I had when I was finishing high school. There you go. Damn. That song, Can Your Pussy Do the Dog? Unforgettable. And the power of that song made me start collecting Cramps records like a maniac. That is what made this, or that's what makes this number 2. This will make a maniac out of you. After you hear this, you'll just start hunting stuff by the Cramps. All right, what am I looking at here? I'm looking at number 1. Here we go. Number 1. The one that is just this much above all these others, which that's saying something. It's really saying something. Here we go. Husker Du, New Day Rising. Damn it. This thing, what's in here? This thing is everything. And that's all I've got to say about it. This thing is everything. That's the end of this video. 1985, great year for music. And again, I just don't have a lot of stuff from 1985, but then again, my tastes are very narrow and limited, and they're kind of down a weird road. So maybe I could have put a Culture Club record in here, but I probably don't have one from 1985. Or maybe I do. Anyway, Husker Du.